It's the beginning of December. We still haven't seen the public accounts.
Almost 2 months late already. Why? You haven't explained why.
It's something that is really concerning.
Another year, another Liberal failure. And once again, it involves your money. Government must be transparent with taxpayers about how their money has been spent. However, the Liberals have still not provided the final numbers for the last fiscal year. As parliamentarians, we need these public accounts to truly understand Canada's current economic outlook before approving any additional spending, like the $24.8 billion the Liberals want us to vote on next week.
You know, it's the beginning of December. We still haven't seen the public accounts or this report the annual financial report that I understand shows the deficit and other figures like that. I've heard some concerns that this is showing basically a troubling lack of transparency around our fiscal picture right now. We still haven't seen the fiscal update. So I'm wondering, what is your response to those concerns that MPs are voting on new spending and they don't even know the audited financial picture from the last fiscal year at this point?
When confronted about the lack of public transparency into her government's finances, Deputy Prime Minister Freeland refused to explain why it is taking so long and tried to blame the official opposition.
There is a Conservative filibuster of the House that does create challenges when it comes to moving forward with formal House business.
Pierre Poilievre offered to pause the ongoing privilege debate to allow the fall economic statement to be tabled, an offer that Freeland immediately refused.
The Conservative proposal is utterly absurd.
According to the president of the Treasury Board, Freeland is still working on the statement and will table it when she is ready. It is clear the finance minister is using the House filibuster as an excuse for being unprepared or unwilling to present a clear economic plan for Canadians. Despite the Liberals' claims that they will meet legislated timelines, it is becoming more and more likely that we won't be able to review the public accounts until next year.
It's something that is really concerning because it goes against what should be. I think it's detrimental to your work as legislators. It's also detrimental to our work in helping you make sense of public expenditures. And I don't think it's a good transparency and accountability practice to have the public accounts so late and we still haven't seen them.
The Parliamentary Budget Officer now predicts that our deficit is $6.8 billion more than the $40 billion the Finance Minister promised. This was a key fiscal guardrail she herself implemented to ensure Canada's finances remain secure. The fact that this government is unwilling to tell Canadians what they spent last year may be proof that the Liberals are incapable of meeting their fiscal guardrails and broken every single promise of fiscal responsibility. If so, the consequences could be devastating to our economy and would fly in the face of Liberal claims that their economic plan is working. Without these numbers, it is impossible to know exactly how far in the hole this government has put us. What is clear is that it is bad, given that they are doing everything in their power to delay releasing the reports. Canada is already struggling with a failing economy, and it could get significantly worse. In fact, some key indicators the Liberals have bragged about as proof they are succeeding are beginning to fall apart.
It is quite possible that the declining debt to GDP ratio will be at high risk this year. And next, it's also quite a possibility, especially if the increase in the capital gains inclusion rate does not materialize, then the fiscal anchor of a declining debt to GDP ratio would be more than jeopardized. It would be probably busted this fiscal year.
This government needs to take its job seriously, tell Canadians the real deficit, and table their plan for the future. It would be irresponsible for parliamentarians to vote on spending without a full financial picture from this government. Conservatives will continue to hold this incompetent government to account and push them to release their plans for spending taxpayer dollars. If you would like to know where your hard-earned tax dollars are going, share this video and follow me for the latest news from the Treasury Board.